Hey, so flip it. So the temporary fence that I threw up just to get the goats here and the chickens fenced in, uh, it wasn't holding, and it wasn't meant to. I didn't put it together right. I just threw it up. It looked like a drunk person put in the post, and it was anywhere from 1.5 to 3 foot off of the property line. So I went ahead and fixed it. I put in some H braces. There's the gate that I made for the chickens. It straightened the post, so I did have to change it. The latch is right there above the handle and the inside now, but works. And then I'm getting ready to make new hives. It's going to be stand up, and it's going to be long instead of tall, so I don't have any boxes to take off, hurt myself anymore. So I just open the lid and it'll be right there. So it'll be the equivalent of this tall, but just horizontal and at a height that I can just lift it up and work it. The babies are in the transition coop. I do need to put a window in there. I put a window in the chicken coop, just not the transition one. So the oyster shell, that was all over the place. But they're doing good, and I don't know if I'm just going to replace the T-post with the wood or change the configuration. But see, I put right there, that's Steve's house they're putting in, the neighbor, so he's gonna see the goats every morning and every evening whenever he's home. So I put braces on the corners, and then this is a 12-foot section that I'm going to put a 12-foot gate so that we can drive in with the hay and not bring it in. Hey, Dobby. Dobby. Alright, but I did put H braces and strap ties on that too. It's straightened up the posts, and you know, that was a crooked tree, so you're gonna have that. But it still closes, and so there's that H braces. And Dobby, don't burp for the camera. I did move, as you can see, this one's almost 4 foot off of the property line because it was here, and then now it is on the property line there, and now it actually looks straight. Because if I walk from this one to this one, here, 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 and then up here, down here, down further, and right here. This one, because I didn't let the posts dry or anything, I had to cut it with the chainsaw because it was actually growing roots. There's a trunk with roots in that hole. But I left the T-post there because we're going to continue back to the end of the property line. It's back there at the right where it got cut and over to the end from those trees up. So from that tree line this way, and then from where it's cut over, and then this fence will get either cut at that end or this end, and just swing out and extend it more when we get more fence. But yeah, they are hurting on the brambles, and Abby piled up some stuff for them to climb on. That IBC tote's coming out soon, since they have their house now. I need to put a brace right here because I think this might sag over time. Not sure, but might. There's the expelled over winter straw from the barn. I need to rake it out and throw it in to decompose and everything. We had to straighten and pull tight the fence because the goats like to scratch on it. So yeah, we moved over to, I need to fix this. That's where I cut the staple. But I've moved over 2 squares, so 8 inches. It needed to be tightened all the way around, and we actually had to add a section right here. That's new fencing section that we had left over anyways, but we had to add that because we went out anywhere from 1.5 to 3 feet to go to the property line, and then we went straight and then turned right there so that it would be pretty much even, and then we'd have the space for our 12-foot gate. And those crooked trees just make it look weird, and it's on a hill, so disregard that leaning post. Yeah, so there's the fence update so far. Also, we got bougie goats, so they got astroturf in their barn. So yeah, and the feed barn, working on it. Got that a couple months ago, and probably a year's worth of hay, 900 pounds. And then, yeah, pallet goat house. Thinking about putting the window in there. I'm gonna take that light out of there and put it in one of those blue barrels, and then that light's gonna go in a blue barrel, and then this is gonna be our pig house for when we get a feeder pig. But yeah, that's what we've been up to so far. There's the little ones and Michonne. Dobby's baby's trying to play with Michonne. Oh, she didn't want to play. Alright. Nah. Like mother, like son. They're always up my butt. Alrighty, well, hopefully I'll have more updates soon. I work slow, so it'll might be a little bit.